Hello guys, today I want to share with you guys 10 Amazon soap making items that are great to start your handmade soap journey. I personally purchased these items myself and I still use them today, and I thought it would be great to share with you these items. These items are affordable and they're budget friendly. So if you're planning on starting your handmade soap journey, if you're planning on starting a small business, or just making soap for your friends and family, these items are great to get you started. Also, I will be leaving the links on the description box below if you like to purchase them or just check them out and search for your soap making items. But for now, let's dive right into the video. Item number 1, you need a stick blender. Without a stick blender, it's really hard to make handmade soap. This stick blender is the first one that I purchased. Actually, it's the only one that I have. I purchased this about maybe almost 2.5 years ago, and it's still going strong. I love the stick blender because it's not too powerful. If you're a beginner and you need to learn how to blend your soap batter, this stick blender is perfect because it will take you a little while to blend the soap batter, but you will learn how much you can blend. Depending on your soap recipe, this stick blender will help you to find out the trace that you need to reach so you can achieve emulsification for your soap. This stick blender comes with 2 buttons. Indicates here number 1, which is a slower speed, and with the 2 little dots means a faster speed. Depending on my recipe, I start with the slower and then I go to the faster and then go to the slower, depending on how my recipe is behaving for that day. Let's move on to item number 2. Item number 2 is sodium hydroxide. You need sodium hydroxide to make cold processed soap. Without this, it's hard to make soap. I have not found any other way that you cannot make soap without lye. You need lye, and I purchased this on Amazon. It comes with 5 bottles like this. For me, it works out great because I live in a small place and I cannot purchase like the big containers and have them. I have a small child, I have a dog, and these is easy for me to keep into a safe place. Also, it's easier to manage when you're pouring into your water to make the lye solution. So I buy mine from Amazon and it's very affordable, and for the amount of soap that I make, it works out perfectly. The next item is a soap mold. The soap molds are so great for beginners. I still use them. I don't have the big soap molds that professional soap makers use yet. Sorry, my dog. But this soap molds can give you up to 10 bars. I cut my bars into 1 inch and it gives me about 10 soaps, and I love this because it's affordable, it's easy to clean. It comes with a separate silicone mold, so if you want to clean it, it's great. And also you can use to mark if you're putting embeds or anything on your soap. And it also comes with the lid, which is perfect to put on top of your soap so it can decrease the amount of soda ash, and it also helps clear your soap. Next, also a soap cutter mold. I purchased this on Amazon a while ago, and it comes with different attachments like this. It has a wire cutter, which is great, and it also comes with this cutter. Also, it comes with 2 replenish wires, so once you're done using this one and if it's not sharp anymore, you can always replace this. Also, you need a container to blend your soap batter. I have this beaker here. It's about 5 ml, which is 5 liters of soap. You can make up to 10, you can make up to 20 soap bars in this mold. It's great if you use the soap mold like this one that I just showed. If you want to use 2 or 3, you make a big batter, and it's also easier to put your stick blender in so it doesn't splash everywhere. It's great. I love this. I use it all the time. I actually just use it. It's a little dirty, but it's easy to clean, easy to storage, easy to maintain it, and it's also easy to pour. So I definitely recommend investing or something bigger from the beginning so you don't have little tiny small containers. Also, the next container that I recommend that you purchase if you're a beginner is this pitchers. It comes instead of 3. I only have 2. I don't know where the other one is, but I use this to design my soaps, to split my batter and make different colors. If you're using mica or natural colorants, it's great. You put a certain amount here, you blend it, or you use a spatula to blend your color. Also, if you want to use this to make your lye or to blend your micas, this is great. And I really use this a lot, and I cannot recommend it enough. And talking about mica and coloring your soap batter to make beautiful soap and different colors, I purchased these micas. It comes in a set of 21 colors, but I use them so much. I really love this. And they come into like little small containers, which is very helpful because since you're a beginner, you still don't know how much mica you need to use or how would they color the soap. And honestly, I purchased these. It was so budget friendly, and it comes with so many different colors, right? So if you purchase micas from big stores like Wholesale Supply Plus and Nature Soap, they sell small amounts, but they're more expensive. But if you want to invest on something like that, more of abundant colors, you can. I'm not saying you cannot, but for a beginner, I really recommend buying these micas. The ones that I purchased from, the link doesn't exist anymore, but I found one that is similar, and I will leave the link down below for you. Next, Kaolin Clay. Kaolin Clay is such a great clay to add into your soap. It's so gentle on the skin. It gives a nice feel to the soap, and it also is so beneficial for the skin. I purchased this little one when I first started, and then once I was done, I purchased the bigger bag, and now I just replenish the clay into this container. You can buy other brands, but I definitely recommend this brand right here. It has a 5-star review, and I love it how my soaps come out when I add this clay into my soap. Next, a temperature probe. This is a must in soap making. You need to know your temperature before you add your mica, before you mix the lye solution with the oils and butters that you're making your soap with. This is great. You need to understand the levels of temperature for your own recipe. If you want to know about how to make your soap recipe, I will leave the soap calculator link down below, and hopefully one day I'm gonna make a video explaining how to use the soap calculator. Also, I recommend that you watch YouTube videos and read about soap making before you start making. Especially if you're a beginner, you never made soap before. Even if you have and you want to refresh, I always recommend that you read up on it and also purchase this. You can use this for so many things. You can use this for soap making, candle making, and other cosmetic items that you like to use, so you have an idea what kind of temperature you're making your items with. And next, I recommend you purchasing this soap making book. This is the book that I purchased when I first started. I started making recipes from this book. If you don't want to calculate your own recipe and think about all the other things that you need, this book gives you all the lists, all the ingredients, all the steps how to make the soap. This is how I started. I definitely recommend you getting the soap. I still use it, I still go on it, and I still find natural colorants, and it explains to you also all the oils and how you can use them in soap, and also how to decorate your soap and what items are essential for soap making. So I definitely recommend you purchasing this book. I cannot say it enough. This is great to get started. Not only that, you can research, like I said, on YouTube. There's so many great YouTube channels out there that explain step by step how to make soap. And that is all for today, guys. I really hope you liked this video. If you like me to make more videos like this, showing you items and talk more about soap making, please don't forget to press the like and the subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to see any of my soap making videos, I'll leave some of the links down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you guys one more time. Bye.